I think it would be. I don't know. Pharaohs and Warlocks kind of just rip Pallies apart, so maybe it wouldn't work. But it also would be. I don't think that Absurge will start with FLS.
You don't think so? Are we gonna see Juice Box again?
No, I never see Jungle Cleave.
Oh, but here we go. The queue has popped. We're going to jump into game number 1 here. It's going to be on the Grand Arena, of course. Game 1 of all these series are played out on the Grand Arena. And it looks like we are going to see Trill TKO on that Windwalker Monk enter the arena against Absturge and Dota. That's a lock Shaman, but who will the third be? I'm assuming, yep, there's Walter Bear on the Feral Druid. So we have an FLS versus a Windwalker DK.
It's weird to me that they would start with this. I think that they've done pretty well with jungle in the past for this, and with the Windwalker DK, they're going to be really careful how they peel this first setup from Vellido's team. With the grip into the Hodge and the Fist of Justice to strangulate, it can be a 100 to 0 combo on Absurge, the rest of Shaman. So how he deals with it is going to be very important. It's going to be important for his partners on how they peel it as well. They have Shadow Fury to interrupt the Fist. They can clone up targets. They can triple pounce stun as well, maybe Incarn defensively. But as soon as they survive that opener, I'd like to see a lot of pressure over onto Wong. Let's see if they can, though. Splyce facing elimination. Vellido versus Jeff facing elimination here. Game number 1, the Grand Arena. Vellido charging forward. Walter's just going to open up on him. Trill TKO, Chi Torpedo across the map, but he's going to eat a full bash. Walter's looking for a clone out of that. Lands a full clone. Vellido will connect. Trill TKO actually trinketing offensively here out of that clone. Vincent Wong sitting through a fear. Really good peels actually here from Splyce, just using CC to survive this first leg sweep on the Absurge. Absurge's going to gate away, break up that stun combination, and Splyce are playing really well here early in this game.
Yeah, they really are. Absturge throughout the onslaught has not have to use all that much, but they're going to reconnect onto him with the Pillar of Frost here. Vincent Wong bopping himself out of the damage of the Incarnation Berserk from Walter Bear. Vellido feeling the pressure too as the Haunts connect onto him. Vincent Wong using the wings to keep him aggressive, but they're having a hell of a time connecting onto this blue. That's exactly where they want to be. Absturge getting the free cast out to keep himself completely topped off as they reconnect onto him. There's the Hex going out onto Trill TKO. Absturge caught into the full silence, however, he's going to use the Hellstone during it, and he's going to even hold on to his stone form throughout all that. And Absturge is feeling pretty here moving forward into this game, but here's the leg sweep. It's going to get cloned up by Walter Bear, though, into another clone. Absturge still taking a bunch of damage from Vellido, however, into the Fist of Fury. Is this going to be his link? It is. He's going to go ahead and use that link. He has the Ascendant up as well to keep himself up through this, but so far Splyce has been doing a great job surviving, but now Trill TKO and Vellido are connecting onto him, and Vincent Wong actually forcing to bubble in the background, so it looks like there's actually a healer race going on for now. Absurd's getting reconnected to, dipping down to 50% health. And it looks like he's going to be okay, but Vellido's Pillar of Frost is up for 5 more seconds, and he is ready to do a whole lot of damage with that. But Trill TKO is getting consistently controlled by Walter Bear, which is a great job by him. It's keeping Absurge alive.
Vellido actually forced on defense mode here, hitting Dota. He really doesn't want to, but he had no AMS to deal with any pressure on himself, chasing after Absturge. Absturge still has Trinket, still has Stone Form, still has one more link. He's looking fairly safe. He just needs to have his team back him up here. He's looking for a Hex off that Fear on Trill TKO. He lands the full Hex, and that's going to sit. There's no dots. Interesting play from Splyce. They're just not dotting the Windwalker Monk, switching between the DK and the Holy Paladin. It's keeping Absturge alive here, but he's only got one major defensive cooldown lineup left. Walter looking for maybe an entangling root here on somebody. He's going to get paralyzed on it. Dota already down to half HP. It seems like Vellido's team is going to go for that split DPS strategy that we saw them play against Yidu's team previously, and it was working pretty well for them overall on damage, but how are they going to force cooldowns? There's the leg sweep over on Absurge. Chi burst into the double Chi Torpedo combo. Trill just soloing him 100-0. There's the Fist of Fury. Will he be able to do it into the full strangle? He's going to get that Trinket link down for that and stabilize throughout it, but Trill just did so much pressure there. He still has Touch of Karma. Pillar of Frost is now up. There's no more links remaining. There's no more Ascendants, no Incarn, no potential pressure for Splyce here. He's got Dark Soul out. That Dark Soul out from Dota is the only thing that they can really make something capitalized on. Trill trying to reconnect here. Maybe even just goes for the offensive Karma. Walter's going to clone him up, try and stop this reconnect. Vincent Wong being forced back by Dota, trying to force him to not be able to cross in here on top of Absturge. Absturge trying to fake cast the interrupts. He fake casts the Mind Freeze. There's still a Spear Hand Strike for Trill TKO, but Trill TKO is actually going to get bashed up. He's got Trinket for this. He's choosing to sit through the bash. Maybe he wants to save it for the Hex. There's the full Hex, but Vincent Wong gets locked out. The Hex does end up breaking to that Curse of Agony. This next stun combination on Absturge could be the game if they can connect, but Absturge is just so slippery. They can't connect. He gates away and runs.
Yeah, Absur's doing a great job surviving and avoiding the CC, but as I say that, Triple TKO is going to connect. Absur's in the middle of the map. This is not where you want to be. This is the double DK, the Windwalker, but the Windwalker actually is going to get cloned up by Walter Bear. Great job by him. Walter Bear is actually going to get put into that full Hodge. Walter Bear is going to get cloned by Absurge, however, but here we go. Vellido versus Jeff reconnects over out on Absurge. Vellido getting spam feared by Dota, trying to peel further. Shaman, the Fist of Fury coming out. Nothing left in the tank for Absurge. 18 seconds on the spear. Like, can he make it till then, though? The bop coming out from Vincent Wong, keeping his team aggressive. The paralysis on that Aura Mastery heal to prevent any more heals. Is Absurge going to be able to heal through this? I don't think he can. I don't think he has a gateway available to him as well. Soul Reaper coming out. He gets gripped on his cast. Can Absurge survive? 16% health for your Hodge, and down goes Absurge. And Splyce is going to lose to Vellido versus Jeff, game number 1 here in the Grand Arena.
Yeah, Splyce had a really good defense. Like, I like the no dotting trail, trying to just CC him. Because it's a double-edged sword to hit the Windwalker Monk. If you hit him too much and you touch Karma's offensively, you can even die to just the extra damage from that. They got Bubble forced out from Wong. They got all his bops. They got his wings. I mean, the kill potential, I think, is on Vincent Wong, but Wong is really good about knowing when he needs to be in and knowing when he needs to be out. So he doesn't just nonchalant walk across while Dota's drain souling him through the middle of the map. He just instantly turns around and makes it really hard for Splyce to find a kill target. If Vellido's just kind of getting single targeted down, he can just use all of his cooldowns personally. He can use the Death Siphon, heal himself through the pressure. And I mean, their defensive wall worked well early on. Maybe there's a certain point where they do need to start triple pressuring. I'm not sure. Absurge unfortunately got locked out at the end. He had to move all casting up, so I'm not sure if he was able to stop cast in time to be able to prevent himself from getting interrupted, but really he did nothing for that full Hodge to survive anyway. It seemed like his positioning was really good throughout, but just eventually you can't escape death. Everyone eventually meets it, and Vellido was going to deliver in this game. And I don't know, like, Absurge tried to run, and he just couldn't run forever.
Yeah, I mean, he was very, very slippery, like you said earlier on. There was a point where he had nothing left and just somehow, like, squeaked away from him. But you can't really do that forever. I mean, even with the peels from your team, it'd be very difficult for these guys to pull that out. And so, I don't know if they're going to change their strat up or maybe even their composition. But this Windwalker Monk DK composition seems very difficult for this FLS to deal with. And we're going to find out what these two teams are going to be choosing to run with. Do you think we're going to see Jelly Beans on Hunter coming out? You said that they've been playing a little bit of jungle against Windwalker DK. Do you think that's what we're going to see? Or do you think they're going to stick to their FLS guns, to what they know here, and try to pull something out?
I mean, they did well with jungle in the past against this. I'm surprised that they didn't start with it. Maybe they are going to switch to it. I feel like this, like, playing to live isn't playing to win, and that's kind of the strategy. When you decide that you're not going to dot one of the DPS, playing a lock comp means that you're playing to live, and it's very hard to find a way to win when you're not kind of keeping pressure on everyone. It's just like, yeah, he survived for a really long time. It was unfortunate that one point where he had to trade his trinket Link, even though they were kiting so well. I just don't know, like, I feel like after the fears, after the hexes, like, he should just immediately be dotted and try to get some more pressure or something. I feel like there should be time to just poke some dots in. When Vincent Wong has no Avenging Wrath, he's actually very weak to the amount of damage that Feral Druid and Warlock bring together against the Holy Paladin. So, I don't know. I feel like they could take advantage of it a little bit more. It seemed like they were trying to CC to stop the stuns from happening, rather than CCing during the stuns to stop them from happening in succession. Like, they were just fear, chill TKO on the leg sweep, but then he gets the fist afterwards.
Right.
And then there's nothing to stop the fist. Or clone before the stuns happen, and then he just gets to go afterwards because there's nothing to stop him after it's happening. It's a really hard and delicate place to put your stops. Like, you would want the stop to, like, be immediately on Fist of Fury right after the leg sweep. Maybe use, like, spam clone on Vellido during the leg sweep, because he's going to be doing the most of the damage while Trill TKS sets up for the fist. But it's very hard to get the CC to land perfectly to stop the damage right when you need it to stop. And I feel like a couple times they overused their crowd control before Vellido was actually connecting or even starting their momentum.
You know, that's actually a really good point. You know, utilizing those peels to their full potential has got to be, like, really important, especially when you're facing a Windwalker DK and you have a Restoration Shaman on your team. So let's see if they're going to be able to adapt, and we've definitely seen that level of play where they're able to you know, peel them at the best moment in the past. Splyce is definitely capable of that. Walter Bear looking to get that clone. He's actually going to get kicked by Vincent Wong right away. Vellido now pushing in the Shadow Fury onto Wong, but this is the Pillar of Frost coming out from Vellido. It's almost defensive and aggressive at the same time. The grip goes out onto Absurge. He's still in that wolf form, just desperately trying to get away. AMS being used by Vellido as well, and Trill, TKO, and Vellido are finally reconnecting on the Absurge. The kick goes out onto Absurge on that Hex. He's got to be careful. He's just running across the map back and forth, trying to let his team get some work done on these guys. The bop going out onto Vincent Wong from the Incarnation Berserk of Walter Bear in the background. Absurge, though, being put into the full leg sweep as Trill TKO reconnects onto him. The Sphere coming out from Dota, though, on that leg sweep, like we were talking about, into the Hex, is going to peel him pretty consistently there and quite well on that leg sweep. Not really getting a whole lot done, and Absurge is still walking away from this encounter with both 2 links, Ascendants, Trinket, a whole bunch to deal with the remainder of the game. But that's just 1 minute in. Walter Bear's Incarnation still up for just a few short seconds. He's going to stump up as many people as he can. The full Cyclone does land on a Trill TKO, and while Absurge is feeling so comfortable, he's even getting some lava bursts in.
Yeah, we see Walter taking control of Trill TKO, but like I was saying, they've used all of their CC on Trill now, and he can get a free stun rotation with Pillar of Frost. This is going to be a lot of damage. Fist of Fury onto the Ore Master, just getting 100 to 0'd, forced to Trinket, forced to drop the Link. There are no CC DRs available to peel this Pillar of Frost at the moment, as they did use them all up. Now they're swapping over onto Vincent Wong. He has Bubble in an emergency situation here. He's going to want to try and hold on to it, but at the same time, Vellido's just on the opposite side of the desert, rotting down slowly. Vincent Wong chooses to bubble here and connect with Vellido. They want to stay offensive onto Absurge, but he's going to have Stone Form, but there actually is no Strangulate. Absurge needs to be careful. He's looking for a Hex, but he gets leg swept on the Hex. He has no Trinket. If they can connect, they could finish him off. I think Vellido stole a Fear. I wonder what he's going to use it for here. He threw the Fear out, but Absurge pre-tremored the stolen Fear, and Trill's just sitting through a full Hex, not able to connect at the moment here. Absurge trying to get away. Trill is eventually going to leave this CC, and Absurge still doesn't have a Trinket. Pillar of Frost is coming up. This Fury is coming up. It's inevitable, just death slowly marching towards Absurge. How is he going to escape it here? He's really going to need backup from Walter and Dota here quick. Vellido gets Dark Regeneration, I think, out from Dota just by himself at the moment. There's the clones onto Trill, but is it too early? Pillar of Frost comes out from Vellido. Paralyzed over onto Walter. That's going to break right away, though. Maybe he wanted to save that for Absurge, potentially on his Aura Master. I'm not sure if he actually has it. Trill, though, getting rooted up. There's the full into the Capacitor Totem. Great CC right there. Root into the Cap Totem, forcing that Nimble Brew out. Vincent Wong getting pressured here. Actually doesn't have very many cooldowns. This is the pressure that they need. They might be able to kill him. He's fully dotted. Walter's at a hardship right now. Does he save Absurge or does he go after Wong? He's going to clone up Trill. Go after Vellido. Vellido has cooldowns to deal with this pressure, though. And Pillar of Frost is coming up in 24 seconds. Fist of Fury is available. Trill TKO is going to Serpent Kick across the map. No Trinket for 20 more seconds. Here comes the stun lock. Walter needs to do something. Dota shuts it down with a double Shadow Fury into the Fear right at the end of the leg sweep, and that's the delicate timing that you need to break up the stuns and give Absurge the time to top himself off.
And that's exactly what he did. In just 7 short seconds, he's going to have that Trinket available to him, as well as the Link to follow it up. Vincent Wong having a hell of a time to heal through all this. He's going to kick Walter Bear on that aggressive Cyclone. He has no bubble or Trinket available to him, so he's got to be careful here. Walter Bear, he has 3 seconds until Incarnation. Vincent Wong could be very vulnerable to a swap, and Absurge in the backline is just feeling great with that Trinket Link moving forward into this game. And Vincent Wong without any defensive cooldowns. This is a very different game from game number 1 that Splyce is showing us here today. Incarnation from Walter Bear, as well as that Berserk, is going to connect over out onto Vincent Wong, forcing Trill to pull back and peel for his Holy Paladin, giving Absurge even more breathing room to move forward into this game. There's the Fist of Fury coming out from Trill onto Walter Bear, forcing the Trinket as well as that wall. Hodge goes out onto Walter, but the Cyclone onto Vincent Wong, who is going to be taking the short end of this exchange. It looks like Walter Bear actually is taking a bit of pressure, but not enough to feel like he needs to be defensive. He still wants to run after Vincent Wong. Vincent Wong's mana pool is starting to suffer here at 24%. There's the stun coming out from Walter Bear out of that stealth. The Saber Light's going to proc into the bash. The Haunt's connecting as well. Vincent Wong getting feared defensively again, and down Vincent Wong goes. Splyce is going to find their opener and land it. And there you have it. Dota also just stunning up Vellido and Trill TKO. They think they're not out of the game just yet. They think they can make something happen on an Absurge, but Absurge has both links available to him as well as that Trinket, so they should be able to rotate through the defense cooldowns just fine here. Vellido going down as well. Taking a quick look at the replay now. You know, Walter Bears just did work.
Those roots. Well, the roots from Walter actually were really good this game, and I think the map played it out much better. Abster just kept Trill max range from Wong, and then Walter would root him max range, and then Abster would put a cap totem right next to him just to cap him out of the root. And they played the map really well, and that strategy worked well on Tolvaron. But how well is it going to work on something like Runes? How well is it going to work on something like Dalaran, where they can't position Trill that far away from Vincent?
Yep, that's a valid point, and we're going to see how they're going to adapt probably now, because Vellido versus Jeff going down in game number 2 means that they are going to have the opportunity to change the map choice if they so please. We're going to be getting into the game.
If they go for Runes or if they go for Dalaran, I think they both could work. Maybe Runes would be better overall. I don't know. I feel like Absterge, if he plays like the long side of Runes, where he's going like room to tomb to the other room and dragging the Windwalker that far, and then Walter's just kind of ping-ponging back and forth between the Windwalker Monk and the Holy Paladin. So he's going back when he has CC, and then as soon as the CC's over, goes back on Paladin. And then Dota's just trying to keep dots on the DK and the Paladin the whole time, and either solo the DK if he's in his line, or help Walter with the Paladin. And they're just slowly working their way through the DK and the Paladin's cooldowns until eventually they're at the end where he has nothing left to survive. So it's kind of an attrition fight for them, and they're trying to keep control of Trill the entire match as well. So I mean, I like the strategy. I think it's a cool strategy for like a Warlock team to try and do this. It's just I don't know if it's going to work on the smaller maps.
Yeah, on the smaller maps, I feel like the amount of opportunities that these double melee are going to have to get their pressure out and to let their stars align, if you will, are going to be a lot more often. So, and as we say that, speaking of smaller maps, we are going to Ruins of Lordaeron. I'll see you all in one hot minute. That's the hottest minute of my life. I'm glad, man. I'm glad that minute is just so dang hot for you. But here we go. It's Ruins of Lordaeron, and poor Absterge is going to have very few places to run. But at the same time, this could make the FLS a bit vulnerable to the crazy amount of pressure that the Windwalker DK can put out. So here we go. The gates are about to open, and I'm looking at Absterge right away, and he's like behind. I don't. Is he going to run out, or is he going to stay in the room? Let's see.
I think he's going to stay in the room. He wants to stay as far away as possible, as both classes of the Windwalker and the DK have to walk to their target, so he wants to stay as far away and constantly move as far away as often as possible. But Trill's just able to stay on his mount for free. He's going to connect right onto Absterge. Vellido charging forward as well. Fear onto Vellido, clone onto Trill. But that Fear is going to break right away. And once again, these clone DRs, the Fear DRs are going to be running out. Absterge gets a nice hex, but Trill TK is going to trick it out. They're smelling blood in the water early on here. Dota needs to stop this, but he already used the Shadow Fury onto Wong. There's nothing to stop the Fist. Walter stops the Fist with the Typhoon. Absterge gets the Trinket link off, but nobody's inside of it. He completely just whiffed the link. It didn't really do much with only Walter, I guess. And now he's forced to pop the Ore Master. He's going to get away, and now he's burning through cooldowns very quickly here against this Windwalker DK. Vincent Wong on the backside, though, getting locked on his heel. Might need to bubble here. Incarnation gets popped. He's going to bop himself instead with that Avenging Wrath now. They need to go all in. They need to keep their mobility. Vincent Wong needs to keep his melee right on top of Absterge here, as he has no trinket for the next 2 stuns. Either get a link with this next one or even get a kill. Obviously, without Pillar of Frost, Vellido's going to have a lot less damage. It seems like they're waiting for it. They're not going for the stuns just yet, slowly trying to work him through. They're going to grip him on the Hex, but Trill goes into that full root. Wong not able to dispel it, unfortunately, as he is stun locked by Walter into the full clone. Maybe he just wants to trinket this, keep his team offensive, but Trill's going to get fully hexed. Absterge is down at 50%, but that Hex is keeping him in this game at the moment right now. Offensive AMS there by Vellido to stay aggressive onto Absterge, but now Fist of Fury, Pillar of Frost are up. Here's the leg sweep. How is Absterge going to make it out? Walter lands the full clone. That's the delicate CC that you need to break up the Windwalker's stuns, but the Fist of Fury does eventually follow it up. Strangulate is available for Vellido. I'm surprised he's not using it. There's the Strangulate. Stone Form almost immediately out from Absterge. He's trying to hold onto that link as both of the DPS are getting peeled here. Full name onto Trill, into the clone onto Vellido. Great heals from Splyce are going to keep Absterge intact for a little bit longer.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that he's still alive, man. This is so much damage. They're going to reconnect over onto Absterge. He still has no trinket for 30 more seconds. Here's the Fist of Fury coming out from Trill TKO onto Dota to prevent the peels as well. well. Walter Bear trying to get the Cyclone. He lands it onto Trill. The Shadow Fury onto Vellido. Dota and Walter Bear going to town, peeling for their Shaman. The gateway from Absters is going to let him get a couple free casts off. He gets locked out by Vincent Wong, and Trill TKO's trying to reconnect over on top of him. The Draenei Paladin coming in hot to get that kick, and Absters is in a lot of trouble, but he does have that Trinket Link now in just 6 short seconds. But can he survive until then? The leg sweep coming out. He's dipping down into the Fist of Fury, into the dodge, and down goes Absterge. He did not survive in time to get the trinket off, and there you have it. Vellido versus Jeff is going to take game number 3 here on their map choice, Ruins of Lordaeron.
You see why it's so delicate? Walter was in range of the leg sweep, so he got stunned as well and wasn't able to break up the fist. And like he needs to be like in range, not in range at the same time to be able to break it up. So again, on the smaller map, it just eventually happens. Like he can't keep that perfect positioning like he could on Tolvaron. And now even with something like Tiger's Peak, I don't know how they're going to execute this strategy even on like a Tiger's Peak or even on Dalaran. It's going to be really hard for them. So I'm not sure if they're going to be able to keep playing it like this. Maybe they're going to have to play jungle or something.
Yeah, I mean, especially on Dalaran, like Vellido versus Jeff now up 2-1. They're going to have a map choice here if it goes to match point, and like you said, they're going to have that map choice advantage. So I feel like if they have another map choice advantage, it's going to be very difficult for them to survive. But is jungle really the answer though, man? I don't know. I think they're just going to have to pull something out of their hat. But we're going to find out. We will find out here very shortly. Now, Splyce going down is going to have their map choice, Tolvaron Arena, no longer available to them. So I'm assuming they're going to go to like Tiger's Peak or something large like that. And we're going to wait for the admin to let us know what's going down. Shout out to Rashiwi for the 2 month in a row resub, man. I really do appreciate that, bro. If you don't know who Rashiwi is, he is a podcaster. He interviews some of the best players in the North American region of World of Warcraft, as well as some European players. So make sure to check him out in his stream and those podcasts, those Q Up podcasts. Or I'm sorry, Q Popped podcasts. Guilty Gaming, what's up, bro? Thank you so much for that sub. I believe you're actually my 243rd subscriber, so unbelievable amount of support today. Thank you so much, Guilty. Once again, you get a GCD yes in my book. His name is Rashiwi, not Rikishiwi. Rashiwi. But also shout out to Vosk, VOSK. Thank you so much for that subscription, man, as well. I missed you because you subbed in the middle of the game, but I really do appreciate you, dude, and I see you, man. But here we go, guys. The next game is available, and it's going to be played out on VvsJ Arena. Alright, here we go. It's Vellido, Trill TKO, and Vincent Wong on Vellido versus Jeff. 1 game away from knocking out Splyce from the tournament. Or will Splyce bring it back with this FLS composition? On VvsJ Arena, it's going to be a little bit different. Maybe Absterge is going to have the ability to run away a lot easier on a map like this. I don't know. I feel like VvsJ Arena is one of those where positioning could be a huge problem because you can be just caught out randomly, but Vellido just getting in there, jumping right out onto Absterge right away. Walter Bear trying to peel him up, however, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get a whole lot done. The paralysis goes out onto Walter Bear. Vincent Wong actually the kill target. He's going to get locked out at 30% health here. Save of the Light's going to follow it up into the Shadow Fury. Now they're still connecting onto him, and just down goes Vincent Wong right in the opener. The lockout from Dota is going to secure them a win against Vellido versus Jeff, and what a quick win that was indeed.
Yeah, that was just a little sloppy from Wong. I think he just he had a lot of stuff. He just I don't know. That was just kind of sloppy. I think they're gonna just write that off and say it never happened. But either way, now they get their map pick and they can just go to Dalaran and just run Absterge over like a semi-truck.
It's true. It's match point though. It is match point. Getting Splyce to 2-2. It is 2-2 now. Can Absterge survive on a smaller map? It is Vellido versus Jeff's map choice. I don't know. We've seen him do it time and time again. We've seen him defy logic. Can he do it again?
Sloppy Wong. It sounds like something you would order from like a At the food
Oh,
stand on the street.
that sounds delicious. I'll take 2 sloppy wongs, please.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, is that bad?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it was bad.
You can keep talking about it all you want, Capra.
I actually was thinking like it was like a bowl of ramen in my head, but now that I said it out loud, that was awful. I actually said it out loud and I looked over to Clutter, and she was just like, she was just like staring at me like, oh, what did you just say? This is VvsJ being VvsJ, Kappa Pride. I didn't think about it. It's been a long day. Okay, I feel like I'm getting fatigued.
Me too.
It's a 6-second
Oh, man,
lockout. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's a long lockout. Like getting locked out itself, I guess, was the mistake, right? But I mean, it happens. It really does. And that burst, they followed it up really well. I mean, it took Splyce to be able to see that opportunity that they had and swap over onto him and nail that last nail in the coffin. And they did a great job. But can they do it again here in the last match of this best of 5 series between Vellido versus Jeff versus Splyce? It's tied up 2-2 here in this lower bracket, and the loser of this next game is going to be completely eliminated from the tournament, guys. I'll see you guys in a hot minute. You called it, Supa. It's Dalaran Sewers. Okay, it's Dalaran Sewers. It's 2-2. And it's still FLS, no jungle. Maybe Jelly's on vacation, man. But we saw his rogue.
Yeah, Delhi's here. I think they have this strategy. They want to perfect it. They want to execute it, and they want to win with it. So they're just sticking to it. They don't want to change anything up. And there's something to say for that. But I feel like just this Windwalker DK Paladin on Dalaran Sewers is just all in SCVs. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised to just see Wong mount up and run in, maybe even. Just staying back for now, getting some Sacred Shields, some Illuminated healing on his team. I'm going to kind of buffer the initial damage from Walter here as Vellido does get break stunned. Abster just getting bounced out of the pipe to the pillar. Interesting strategy choice. It gave him a little bit of a distance, but Trill's able to... Oh my god, he gated right when Trill portaled. Abster's just so slippery. Trill desperately trying to reconnect here, but he's going to get rooted up. He's going to use that Tiger's Fury, or Tiger's Lust, sorry, to break out of it. Trill take out, they're getting cloned up on his cheat torpedo. Vellido getting punished pretty hard here, haunted up by Dota. Dota feeling some vengeance here in game number 5. He wants this. Paralyzed over onto Abster. Incarn out from Walter. Wong's going to bop himself. Will the bop be enough? Walter's going for the clone. Clones him up on that blessing of protection. And now is going into instant swap mode onto Vellido with the rest of this incarnation. Icebound Fortitude is going to be fading. Vincent Wong's going to pop that Avenger Wrath. Abster dipping dangerously low. A Denounce comes out to stop him from healing. Strangulate follows it up. He's going to stone for him. He drops the link. He's going to feel pretty confident with that as everyone was inside of it. Dark Regeneration even coming out from Dota to try and help Abster to recover here. He's still going to have that trinket coming up about 20 more seconds after using that stone form. He should be able to deal with the next stun lock pretty easily. Vincent Wong's Avenging Wrath is fading. He's moving forward though. Is this the right move? There's the double legs right there, looking to end it here and now. Wong throwing out that Fist of Justice onto Walter to deny any incoming peels, but Dota is there. He's getting the Fears. He's getting the Shadow Fury. He's going to break up all the stuns. Abster's on the run. There's the Fist of Fury and the Cheat Torpedo. Will it be enough to finish him off? He's down to half. Trill gets rooted up. He does get the freedom from Wong. He's trying to reconnect onto Abster. Abster might need to just drop the link without trinketing, which would be so dire. Here's the final link for Abster. Wong has so many defensive cooldowns to rotate through. It's not looking good for Splyce.
It's not. He's got just a trinket available to him. Is it going to be enough, though? I just feel like Abster is surely going to go down here very shortly, where he's going to pull some crazy stuff off. The defensive Cyclone on to Trill TKO. It's going to let Abster catch some more heals here. Vincent Wong still has that bubble, still has that trinket available to him, and Walter Bear is just not giving him a whole lot of breathing room. It would seem the grip goes out onto Abster into the leg sweep. He's just going to trinket out of it high at this point, but he's got to be careful because Dota's also getting a whole bunch of cleave damage onto him. He's got to heal 2 targets at the same time. Can Abster Absurge do it. The Hex lands out onto Trill TKO, however, and Absurge actually got locked out by Vellido there. He's got to be careful here moving forward. Both these double melee are going to reconnect on him. Walter Bear pulling back to try to peel up a little bit. The Cyclone goes out on a Trill TKO. Absurge still completely fine for now, but the next setup is going to be very scary for Vellido versus Jeff. But Dodo forcing Vellido to play a little bit defensive with the haunts and everything connecting onto him. There's the Hodge over on Absurge. It looks like they're swapping over onto Dodo instead. As I say that, the grip from the Pillar of Frost is going to come out, but it's going to be followed up with a Cyclone from Walter Bear, stopping Vellido in his tracks on that Pillar of Frost, and he's going to follow it up again. Great peels coming out from Splyce, keeping Absurge alive for now.
Yeah, but now they're going to reconnect. Double Shadow Fury into the clone. Absurge needs to find a way to escape. I think he's got a gate. He gets strangulated. Is he going to stone for him right away? He's choosing not to. He's going to gate instead. I don't think Death Grip is actually off cooldown just yet. Absurge is going to escape. Trill gets cloned up on that Flying Serpent kick. It's going to be a little bit rough for him to reconnect. Getting Hexed now out of the full clone that will set full. Vincent Wong moving forward. Lands the full Fist of Justice. Maybe they just don't even need Trill to kill Absurge here. Maybe a Soul Reaper going to be going up into that half leg suit. Do they have enough time to kill him? Walter's looking for a clone. He Typhoons them on the Fist instantaneously, breaking up that stun combination. Absurge on the run. Trill TKO just right on his bag. Denounces this line out from Wong to try and deny this Aura Mastery healing. He gets paralyzed on the rest of his Aura Mastery, but Trill's going to get cloned up. Trill choosing not to trick it out of this. I guess he just assumed Absurge would top with the rest of that Aura Mastery. He wants to hold on to it for the guaranteed kill that could be coming up here shortly, but Absurge's trinket's coming up. He's got another link, and despite it being so dire early in the game, Splyce is slowly bringing it back in their favor. Vellido popping that Pillar of Frost. He wants to get aggressive here, gripping Absurge in now. Wong moving forward, maybe looking for that Fist of Justice, but he's forced to pop, overextending a bit. Trill TKO is going to trinket out of that full Hex. What stuns do they have? They need to start stunning Absurge now before he gets his trinket, but they can't. Trill gets cloned up. We see Walter with the Incarnation going offensive on Wong, forcing his Avenging Wrath already. Vellido down to half HP. Wall is going to clone up Vincent Wong. Vellido's in trouble. He's got the Draenei Racial up. Will it be enough? The AMS is down to 20% HP. Vincent Wong getting some cast off here, stabilizing Fist of Fury onto Absurge. Now rotating the pressure in their favor. Full Strangulate. Absurge says no. Just stone forms out of it right away. Pops the Ascendance, gets his heals rolling. He wants to keep his team offensive here as Vincent Wong has no more Avenging Wrath to heal through the damage. He's dipping very low here. His Save by the Light will proc, and he's just getting feared up so he can't cast. He may need to bubble as well. He's forced to Fist of Justice defensively. Absurge instantaneously dispelling that off. Wong still in trouble, down to 10, bubbles at 9, and now Absurge with Trinket Link coming up in about 4 more seconds is looking like he's going to take game number 5.
Yep, the grip goes out on that portal. Vellido and Trill TKO need to make something happen right now, but the peels are just always on point. Walter Bear getting that full Cyclone up onto Absurge on that grip, putting him out into a full Hex. Vincent Wong now catching the Haunt on the back foot. He's got no bubble to deal with this moving forward into the game. Vellido also taking a bunch of pressure. There's the bash out onto Vincent Wong, and Splyce is catching momentum as we go deeper into dampening. There's the leg sweep onto Absurge. Trill TKO trying to get himself back into this game. The Fist of Fury to follow it up. There's no one to link around. Is this going to be it for Absurge? Can he survive through this? 35% health here. Vellido also connecting on him as well. The fear coming out from Dota, trying to stop it from happening. The Hodge from Walter Bear, the cross CC to stop it, but the link is going to come out from Absurge here, keeping him alive, but now he's got nothing left. Vellido versus Jeff have an opportunity to kill. Can they follow up on it, or is Vincent Wong going to fall behind on the healing? He's got nothing left. He's got just a trinket. There's the full fear going out onto Vincent Wong. He's going to sit through it for now, but it looks like Vellido versus Jeff have an opportunity to kill, but Splyce's defense is just so very strong. Here we go. Trill TKO connecting over out onto Absurge. Absurge has the trinket available for the leg sweep, and here it is. He's going to hold on to it, it looks like. The Cheeber's coming out. The Aura Mastery from Absurge. He gets grip back on that freedom and the trinket as well. Absurge still in a lot of trouble at 55% health here. The Fist of Fury going out into Walter Bear as well as Absurge. Walter Bear going to trinket out in Typhoon. He's desperately trying to peel for his Shaman. His Shaman is surely going to go down here very shortly. Can they do it? Absurge now getting silenced up. He's got nothing left. Walter Bear getting CC'd as well. Can he do it? Absurge at 22% health here. Surely he'll go down. Vellido reconnecting. The main goes out on the Trill. Absurge is somehow surviving through it. The grounding totem as well. He catches a huge heal. And all of a sudden, Vellido versus Jeff is looking very scared here. But Trill TKO is going to reconnect on him at 57% health here. He's trying to get the damage. The Fist of Fury to follow it up. Is this going to be it for Absurge? The Cyclone on Trill TKO is keeping Absurge alive. Now Vellido is the one who's in trouble. The Hex to follow it up on Trill TKO. He can't do anything. Vincent Wong can't cleanse him out of this. He's going to get out of it in just a short second. But Vincent Wong's bubble is coming back off in a long time from now. He's got his wings up to keep his team aggressive. But we're at 12% dampening, and both these healers are going to have a hell of a time to heal through this.
Yeah, but Absurge and his team have no trinkets. If Trill can get a double leg sweep, they can easily put him into the dirt. Trill getting cloned up. Absurge on the run, trying to make sure he doesn't get connected to. Wong pushing up, but Wong has no defensive cooldowns left. He's completely exposed. If they don't get the kill here, they surely will lose. But Absurge is caught in the stun. Paralyzed onto Walter. Defensive fears. Double shot of fear comes up from Dota to keep Absurge alive as he pops the Ascendance. He's got 1 link remaining. There's no way he goes down. And now Vincent Wong has no cooldowns remaining to deal with the damage that Dota is dispensing. Wong down at 40% across the map, trying to heal himself back up. Vellido trying desperately to stay aggressive here with that anti-magic shell right on Absurge's back. He's got Link, but he needs to use it preemptively before the stun. He's caught in the Fist of Fury with no trinket for 8 seconds. Walter typhoons it. Wong gets locked out, and Dota is looking to take game number 5 as the full clone lands. Vincent Wong with no trinket, and Vellido falls. And Splyce take game number 5, despite being so terrified. They're actually not giving up. Trill Tikio chasing after Abster, just going to drop the link and play it safe. And Vellido versus Jeff are going to be eliminated from TCD number 5.
Yeah, it looks like Trill's not giving up yet, man. He wants to make something happen here, but I think it's over. Walter Bear and Dota have proven time and time again that they have what it takes to appeal for their team, and Vincent Wong will go down here. And that's it. Splyce taking the series 3-2 in an amazing series of games. And Absurd staying alive on Dalaran sewers. That's just unbelievable to me that he was able to do that. But that was all because of the synergy of this team. This team is just looking so strong. And we're going to see them continue to compete here in the lower bracket. Up next. Alright, checking out this scoreboard before getting into the next game. Wait, is this actually... Yeah, this is actually it for the lower bracket, right? Alright, alright. That being said, guys, because that's it for the lower bracket, I do have a very super secret special announcement to make, as well as a t-shirt to give away. So, while I prepare my super secret special announcement, I'm going to get ready for this giveaway. Now, the secret code to be eligible for this giveaway is going to be... Are you guys ready? You guys ready for the super
I will be right back while you do the giveaway.
Alright, sounds good, man. Let's see. The super secret special giveaway code is going to be... If it's a secret, don't tell the noobs. It's a t-shirt. It's not a hoodie giveaway. It's a t-shirt giveaway. So, this keyword... I haven't entered the keyword in yet, guys. The keyword to this giveaway is going to be... What should it be, Hannah? I don't know. I should probably preemptively think of this. What?
You just pick something.
I wanted to make it special, though.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, the keyword is jinx. It's actually capital J, capital I, capital N, capital X. Jinx. If it's lowercase, it will not work. If it's spaced, it will not work. If there's an exclamation point for an I, it will not work. It has to be